let's make dinner. We're gonna make just a really easy, really delicious meatloaf. What we're gonna start with is 3/4 of a cup of milk. I'm using whole milk because that's what I have. You use whatever you've got. 2 eggs. And then we're gonna throw in 3/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. If you make your own breadcrumbs, that's great. That's what I'm using. If you don't, just use seasoned breadcrumbs or whatever breadcrumbs you have. Now mix that together, and then we're going to set that aside and let that sit for about 5 minutes while we get the rest of our things together. All right, so what I've got here is about 2 pounds of ground beef. Now I chopped me up an onion and I threw it on the stove with a teaspoon of butter and just softened those onions up a little bit. And that's just 1 onion. You can use half an onion. If you don't like onion at all, leave it out. Doesn't even matter. So we're gonna add that onion. We're gonna add our breadcrumb mixture that has gotten really thick. Look at that. Y'all, we are gonna get our hands in this in a minute. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of ketchup. Measure with your heart on that, y'all. We're gonna do about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And then, y'all know I have to add some garlic. I'm gonna add just a little bit of garlic there. Probably about a teaspoon. That's a little tiny, I promise that's not a teaspoon. Then we're gonna do about 2 tablespoons. What's that? I don't know what that is. We're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of parsley. Was that 2 tablespoons? Maybe close. All right. Salt if you want it. If you don't do salt, don't add any. Won't matter. It works on low sodium. And about a half a teaspoon of black pepper. That's it. Now we're gonna get our hands in here and we're gonna mix this up. I don't think y'all wanna watch me do that. Do you? I mean, it's the only way to do it. It's the only way to get this really good and mixed together is to use your hands. I mean, look at that. It's kind of fun, too. But I'm not going to make you watch me do it. All right, there we go. So that's what she looks like. Now, at this point, you can throw her in a loaf pan. A bread pan, will work. If you don't have a bread pan, just put a piece of parchment lined on your cookie sheet, and let's just make a loaf out of her. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm not actually going to put her in a loaf pan. I'm just going to make a loaf out of her. And then I'm going to just pop her in the oven. Now, while she's in the oven for the first little bit, we're going to make a sauce to go on top of her for the second little bit. So, right now, how'd I do there, y'all? Does it look like a loaf? Does it need to go a little more like that? There we go. Now, we're going to pop her in the oven on 350, look at that, for about 30 minutes. All right, y'all. Now, while that meatloaf's in the oven, we have to make a sauce to go on top at about the halfway point. So what I've got in here is half a cup of chili sauce, and I'm going to add to that 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And also half a cup of ketchup. Now, y'all, I'm eyeballing this. I'm guessing what half a cup is. I'm going to say that's it. Looks right to me. And we're just going to mix that all together. And at the halfway point, we're going to stop that meatloaf and pull it out and brush this on top of it. Ah, it smells good, y'all. I love meatloaf. So this is going to be great. We'll come back when it's time to put this on top. All right, friends. So here we are about close to halfway through, probably not quite, but close. Now we're just gonna take our sauce that we made and we are just gonna rub that on top. Now listen, I will pour it on top. I don't even care because it doesn't even matter, but I wanna get most of this sauce on there. Now save a little bit to also put on as soon as it comes out and is finished, but this is gonna be delicious. All right, let's get it back in for another 30 minutes. All right, hey friends, Megan and Michael are here to eat dinner with us, and Michael just said quiet on the set. He does not have any idea that y'all have to listen to dogs barking all the time. Look at this meatloaf, it looks good, although Megan said it looks like, what did it look like, Megan?
Horseshoe crab.
Horseshoe crab, that's not what we were going for. But Jim's gonna taste test it for us. What you think, darling?
Well, it's hot.
It's very hot. Everything we taste is hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious.
It's good. It's very good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael said that's fine. All right, y'all. We're out of here. Meatloaf. Bye now.
I'm eating the rest of it.